Right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So we have some really interesting Jets news coming out late last night, early this morning. It's really making the rounds here. The Jets have signed a new cornerback, Korie from the New York Giants. Now, why is this interesting? Because he was just drafted in this past draft a couple months ago, right? 7th round pick made by the New York Giants, corner coming out of Oklahoma State. This is essentially a free draft pick. This is awesome, right? This is flat out awesome. Now, it's funny because Korie I've seen a lot of throughout the years. I actually have a buddy on the Oklahoma State staff, and so I've always kind of kept tabs on those defenses. Obviously, Jim Knowles is one of my favorite defensive minds of college football, but of all time, really. The stuff that he was able to do with the Cowboys, obviously he moved on, but he was with Oklahoma State for a couple years. Derek Mason comes in afterwards. Then Brian Nardo was there for a couple years, and now he was just recently fired, and they just brought in Todd Grantham, actually. But in any case, I've watched a lot of Korie Black, and this is someone who has, first off, he fits the mold of an Aaron Glenn type of player where he has a lot of speed, a lot of aggression, a lot of physicality. He is not afraid to fly downhill and go wrap up and make a play. He is not afraid to go stick his nose in and jar the football loose. He's one physical player. But at this stage, right, we're 7, 8, 9 days away from the start of the regular season, to get a free draft pick like this is a big time addition, right? And for what it's worth, many people had Korie Black listed as a 5th round draft selection, right? You go on NFL.com. That was the projection from Lance Zierlein, I remember, back around draft time. There were tons of people suggesting, post-draft, hey, the Giants made out really, really well. You're getting a big, fast, physical corner in round 7 that was projected to go in round 5. I don't want to, make too big of a deal of him slipping, because at the end of the day, it is a day 3 draft selection. But, we're talking 2 whole rounds here. So the fact that the Jets were able to scoop him up, and by the way, how this all kind of went down, the Giants released him. He clears waivers, instantly signs with the Jets, instantly gets brought in. Now, the Jets did sign him on to the practice squad, so he's not on the 53-man roster. But hey, even if the Jets had, let's just say, call it 2 7th-round picks, and he was one of our draft selections, you could have argued he was going to be put on the practice squad anyway, because he was listed as a guy, again, day 3 pick here, someone who can instantly help out on special teams, but as a corner is probably going to need some refinement, probably going to need some coaching, and the Jets have some of the best in the business. That is not an over-exaggeration here in both Glenn and Steve Wilks. The fact that we're able to add a young player like this, 8, 9 days away from the start of the regular season, get him in the building, get him learning, get him developing with some of the best defensive back developers in the NFL, I really like this move. It just kind of feels like a floor-raising type of move, and a move that could potentially benefit the team in the long run, right? Long-term style of thinking. So, big fan of the move here. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Jets.